Schofield getting married after only knowing this predator of a man for 4 months makes perfect sense. Like, it actually makes perfect sense when you're thinking about the fact that she has BPD.
Does Brooke Schofield, not have a manager or something? Because if there's one thing that girl is good at, it is making the public, question everything she ever does or says.
Listen, this is going to blow your mind. Brooke Schofield has just got engaged in a heated feud with a certain TikToker, and it is turning so bad for her that a lot of people are saying that her manager should save her the embarrassment and save her brand as well, because it is about to be doomed with what just happened. Brooke Schofield is getting branded TikTok's new mean girl and a bully, and it is getting worse because she already has piles of reasons that people don't like her, so it is safe to say that she's cooked. Look, it all started with her engagement, which she recently hard launched on Instagram and also posted this video on TikTok, and let's just say that the news was not received well by the public because it was met with immediate backlash from people for a lot of reasons. Well, I actually made a video about all this drama, you can check it out, but today let's focus specifically on one TikTok creator who was one of the people who criticized her engagement, and Brooke came at her in the worst way possible, and now it is backfiring. The creator in question goes by Ashlyn on TikTok, and she also has a new YouTube channel. She posted this viral video on TikTok about Brooke's engagement, which would later start this heated beef with her.
Brooke Schofield getting married after only knowing this predator of a man for 4 months makes perfect sense. Like, it actually makes perfect sense when you're thinking about the fact that she has BPD and the way that she talked about her ex in the past. She's like, no, I was so brainwashed, like, I'll never do that again. Never be unmedicated, you guys. People do heal. It's just a perfect example of you can never get rid of the disease that is PPD, because people are telling her, no, babe, you need to, get the freak out of there. He's love bombing you. He's a terrible person. He's a pet. He's all of these things, and she's just ignoring it and being like, no, guys, it's totally fine.
Brooke had an insane crash out after this, leaving 2 comments on her video, but one of them is what has gotten her into trouble. The first comment read that I've gone through actual unimaginable things in relationships, and I have shared all of that to help other people, not to have it thrown back in my face. I just got engaged to a man I've been living with for a year, a man who has never so much as raised his voice at me, who makes my life better and easier in every way he knows how. I've never laughed harder or felt more supported and loved. I've never met you, I never will. You do not know more about my relationship than me. You don't even know where your eyebrows are. The second comment said that you actually cannot talk about me with bangs like that, now that I think about it. Now, that second comment is one which put her in trouble, because immediately people were like, Ashlyn said a lot of things and she only chose to come for her looks, which so many people considered mean girl behavior. She even took it further. She ended up posting a picture of this baby. Sorry, I'm not sure whose baby picture that is, and she said that bangs are beautiful, and obviously she turned off her comments because the backlash was insane. She couldn't handle it. She also has deleted both comments she left on Ashlyn's video, and that is where everyone is saying that her manager should save her from this PR crisis, because however mad she could be at someone, she shouldn't put herself in a position where she shows too much anger as much as criticize someone's looks, because at the end of the day, she's the one who has so much to lose here. And if we're being honest, her brand is in so much trouble because she has just gotten out of the racist tweets scandal. I don't think that she can afford now being caught being so rude to people like that.
Sorry. Ow. But for real. First, I just want to say my intention with posting this video is what is popular right now that I can catch people's attention with so I can make money for my bills next month. Oh. And I'm sorry that's not the answer you want to hear, but Mama, that's the truth. TikTok pays way better than my job, and I really need groceries. I'm saying this because it's not like I am going through her whole page and her whole life trying to find dirt on her, and I'm reading into her whole life and everything. I was a fan. I watched the podcast. I watched your series on that man. I know about you because you put stuff out online. And when you put stuff out online, people are going to form opinions about you. And you just have to accept that. Coming from one BPD person to another who gets a lot of hate and a lot of digs on my personality, you just have to turn the phone off. It's so hard. It's so hard. I know it's so hard. Trust me, girl, I've spiraled just like you have before. But you just gotta put the phone down. Trust in me, please. I don't hate you, and I wasn't trying to come at you like what you said in the video. In the video posted about me for like 10 minutes, you said that I was preying on your downfall or something like that. Sorry, that I was excited for your crash and burn. My intention with that video was, oh, I have BPT and I see the path that she's going down because I have done that in the past where I was so critical and aware of my mistakes that I made in previous relationships, but then I just completely threw all of that down the drain for a new man who was love bombing me. Was it not a nice way to say it? No, I'm not exactly nice to people who are predator defenders and have a terrible racist past and didn't apologize properly for it. Sorry, but I genuinely was not coming at you through a place of, I hate this girl so much and I'm gonna just ruin her special day. It was coming from a place of, I need money. This is pretty easy thing to talk about, something everyone will agree with, and I think she needs to hear it. I give tough love. I give tough love to all my friends, and that was kind of tough love. Sorry, but I think that you're just upset because I pointed out some solid fucking facts. I pointed out the fact that your boyfriend is a predator. You just completely didn't even mention anything about that, and then just went straight for my eyebrows and my baby bangs. It's very strange because I always thought you were pretty. Like, I genuinely don't think you're ugly, girl, and I used to like you. I used to watch canceled podcasts, like, all the time. Me and my best friend dressed up as you. Last year on my birthday, me and my best friend dressed up as Tana and Brooke for my canceled-themed birthday party. Look, I'm sorry for being mean, but I do fear that you had to hear what I had to say. If you talk about me on the podcast, make sure to mention my username. Thanks.
So many people flooded the comment section supporting Ashlyn and blasting Brooke. Imagine someone even said that Tana is so smart for ending their podcast. Honestly, that is true at some point because Brooke is engaged in a lot of drama, so her association with the podcast could hurt Tana because if she's getting cancelled, the podcast could also be cancelled, which would ruin Tana. Another person said that so she watched the video and one criticism is your bangs. Brooke Schofield meets someone who doesn't have a plastic surgeon on speed dial. Brooke Schofield meets someone that doesn't care about the white beauty standard. Brooke Schofield discovers alternative people. She blocked me for agreeing with you. Now look, there's another side of things here. Some people feel like Ashlyn was in the wrong to begin with because she's the one who was hating on her engagement first. This comment said that can you blame her for coming at you? I just watched the original. You guys need to stop acting like it is normal to talk about people you don't know like this. Talking about her mental illness like you know her at all is weird behavior. Well, y'all weigh in and let me know what you think about her beef with this creator and tell me who you think is in the wrong. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more.
Brooke Schofield recently got engaged. A lot of people are talking right now about how it's inappropriate because it's too soon, how he's a predator, how she has a lot of her own issues going on. And a lot of people have been making think pieces about it. And she has been going off. She has been crashing out because people are not supporting her the way she thought they would. And honestly, it's crazy to me that she can turn around and say, well, you don't really get an opinion, do you? Because it's not your life. Girl, you put your entire life on the internet. If you put your entire life onto the internet's going to give opinions about your life. You literally have a podcast where you make your money off of talking about your life, and you don't think people are going to give an opinion? You have no problem talking about other people's relationships, but when people weigh in on your fast-moving relationship, that's when you have a problem. And look, I understand it's not appropriate to go talking about strangers if you don't know them. However, there's a difference between talking about a stranger that you don't know and talking about a celebrity that puts their information out there for the world to judge. If you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen. It comes with the territory of if you're going to be a celebrity, if you're going to put yourself out there, if you're going to make these posts where you're giving away this information, expect criticism. Expect people to take that and to give their opinion. And to get mad at people because the opinion isn't what you thought it would be is so crazy. But more importantly, the opinions I've seen are valid points. So like to get mad at something that is a valid point, it obviously struck a nerve. If you don't want your life to be under a microscope, don't be a celebrity. It's that simple.